Hey, what's up guys, DiplexHeated here again. Hope you guys have had a good week so far. Welcome back to Gates of Hell. Today we're taking a look at the new WW1 mod called Some Desperate Glory, and if you want to try out yourself, there's going to be a link to it down below in the description. It comes with a lot of different maps. Some are better than the other. This is one of the better ones, but I'm excited to see more of them. It's always nice when some people make some custom maps, and this is actually the famous fort from the Battle of Verdun. It's the Fort Dumont or something like that. I can't remember it exactly. I didn't do much research before, but I recognized this fort from Battle of Empires, the game from that started as a mod but was cleverly turned into a game. Capitalism. No, but seriously, I'm pretty sure they could spend a lot more time and perfect that game more than they would have if it was just a mod. I liked it though. It was fun. It was a little funky, but all those older Men of War titles were. And speaking of funky, before we get this battle started, I do want to bring up some positives and negatives, but in hopes that the developer sees this and understands what I mean, because I did leave a comment on the Steam Workshop page that this needs to be addressed, because this is an amazing compilation of mods. It's an amazing WW1 mod, in fact. It just needs this fixed. There are additional sounds added to the game. In vanilla Gates of Hell, you've got the footsteps, but they've got like breathing, panting almost, like moaning. And the gear rustle, like all the gear is like making noises. And these are additional sound files per unit being emitted, which is occupying the total available number of sound buffers. I wish you could increase these even more, but that's engine limited, right? So there's 64 sounds that can be played at the same time without overloading the system. And if you've got an additional 2 per soldier being played at the same time, it's going to outpower and pretty much prioritize those sounds over the explosions and gunshots. So while I wish this was a much more ambient and a sort of explosive battle, it's gonna lack a bit of that, and you'll see why. So I'm making this video in hopes that it'll be fixed. I was putting it off for a while because I saw the problem, but you know, I figured maybe if we address it, we can have enough people hope for it to be fixed. Maybe there's some skilled sound people out there that knows sound and modding that can help the developer out and make this perfect. Because on a more positive note, other than the sounds, the amount of variety is great. Look at all these factions here. And the United States look fantastic. They've got a variety of troops here. Some regular riflemen that we can look at. Look at them over here. Very nice. And, of course, the UK with some of their late war units here with the Brody helmet. And you've got the early war here with the flat or the soft cap. We've got ANZAC. Canadians, Highlanders, Indians, all kinds, Italians, Belgians, Russians, and all kinds of different French units, as well as the Central Powers with their variety of troops too. If your German rifleman does not look this good, it is because you need to turn off soft alpha. No, specular maps. Yes, that's the one. It makes things look more realistic, but for some reason it turns these German soldiers into looking like metal. You don't want that. That put me off, but now they look good. So there's some great stuff here, some new vehicles, and you know, we can use I've decided to, because that seems to be the most, most current fix, to use Finnish guns as artillery, because a lot of these happen to be French. That's what they bought in, so that makes sense. But all in all, I think we're going to have a pretty good battle. Let me know if you guys were put up for any April jokes. I wasn't, and I refrained from making an April joke video because I knew, in the end, I would have done something terrible, and it would have cost me too much. Not terrible, I mean, I'm not crazy. See, now, sounds good. We heard the explosions. They're being prioritized. Maybe the mod has even been updated. Maybe I sat there and ranted for a minute. Okay, no, but you can hear the panting, right? Like all that. And the gear rustle, like... Oh, but the sounds in general are good. They work well with the sound overall, but look at that. All the explosions. No, we can't hear them. Because there's too many, like, things being rustled. Other than that, it's just so cool, though, to have a WW1 mod that I've been asking for so long. Oh, look at that shot. Oh, merde! Artillery is just hardcore in this one. Sometimes we hear it, sometimes we don't. When the Germans stop running, it'll make some more room for the artillery, and that's nice. Ooh. Get on your feet. We can't go low on the artillery. I mean, it's already destroyed pretty much the perimeter defense, and we're gonna see more happen later. But this is the early the early battle, or the one at the beginning of the year of 1916. I believe it was in 1916, not prior. And then we're gonna see probably the retake of the fort in another video, because the French retook it same year in October, if I'm not incorrect. I'm pretty sure it was something along the lines of Fort Dumont or something like that. Back here we got the artillery. We're using some old pieces that just look World War I-esque. But even at this range, and even with this close to the guns, we did not hear the ones in the fire, and we might not hear these fire too. Not even hearing any explosions, because the game is so busy playing all these sound files. But maybe it'll get better. They're still trying to defeat the outer perimeter defenses before they attack the fort itself. I mean, but like with some of the maps, I can show you more later. It's incredible. I can show you a few at the end of this video. But we would hear so many more explosions and gunshots, which would create a much better ambiance, where it would seem like a massive battle for this fort. But right now, it's almost like a small skirmish. Oh. Sometimes you'll hear the French speak Finnish as well, so there definitely needs to be some work with the code and the sound. But once that is sorted out, this is an incredible mod. So many capabilities. You've got Gallipoli as a map, and you've got Isonzo as well. And it's awesome. Most of these maps are really good, especially this one. Some are a little more plain, but it's really nice that they come with the mod. So, in reality, there's no criticism here. There's just constructive feedback. Because I've been wanting one of these mods for a long time. We've got the Germans coming up here with the MG08 as well. And look, it looks beautiful when the smoke settles in the distance like that. It's great. Yeah, Gates of Hell makes for a really good World War I platform too. Not gonna lie. It looks so awesome. I just wish I could hear those explosions. Oh. French artillery is landing here in the open as well. Big battle. It's stretching far and wide, and it's still very, very good on performance. So that was a Finnish French soldier apparently. Oh, this is protecting against some of the shrapnel. That's good. The guy that made this mod on Steam, where he's actually asked, like, if anyone is knowledgeable and if anyone can help, I'm open to receive it. So I'm hoping that there's some really good modders watching this that can lend a hand and fine-tune this into a masterpiece of a modding compilation. We're seeing a lot of, I think some of the World War I stuff from Microsoft Man's World War I mod as well, the Great War Realism mod, which is it was a big favorite of mine as well. So it's oh, the Germans are pushing closer now. Oh, that MG08 sounds awesome though. Another not criticism but feedback is that some of the guns that are like the heavier machine guns use sounds that are played from the interior of a tank, so they sound a bit muffled. And also when you reload them, you can just hear the clanking and the insane echo that comes from like operating it inside a tank. So that reload sound could be changed as well. But that's just things I pick up on, you know? Okay, they're starting to get into the fort now. This is where it's getting pretty intense. But the French are still holding best they can. It's really nice to see them all behind this different, like... Look at that. You got a bunker with 2 bunkers down here with machine gunners as well. Boom. Oh, that just makes a noise in my head. Oh. Let's pick some Germans and like try and like almost like storm the fort. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Maybe see some bayonets come in action as well. Vorwärts! Attacke! Yeah, unfortunately, even the running of them here like covered up most of the sounds. That's very unfortunate, but it's very cool looking. So I'm just so eager at how much of an ambient experience this could be with a bit of fine tuning. But that's it, guys. That's a piece of the Battle of Verdun for you. Look at the amount of German troops here. Let's have some casualty check here. The yellow in French and the red will be German. And, you know, the Germans definitely took casualties attacking. The artillery destroyed most of the French opposition early on here. But taking the fort didn't come for free. But it was a pretty mellow experience. But once again, I'm going to make more. But first, we're going to work out that sound issue. Or hope that it gets worked out. Because right now, we can just hear the running sounds. But look at the scale. Imagine the trench warfare we could have. The brutality that this mod could provide us with. I would like to reuse this map for a proper engagement. Maybe even build up more defenses and enjoy it even more. Alas, the sound of the guns are silent. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon again. Ciao.